5, 6, 7, 8 dance. I'm Cassidy, and as you can see, Amy is not with me in this video, and that's because we are going to be changing up our videos from here on. So the way we are changing it up is we're not going to be making videos together that much anymore because the time we did have to make them, we don't have that time anymore, and both of our schedules are really packed and crazy. So we're not going to be able to make that much videos together, but we still decided to continue our channel and not stop it. So we're going to be making videos separate but posting them on the same channel with themes to go along with it. So our videos will have the same type of feel to them. So I'm going to be posting every Sunday, and Amy is going to be posting every Wednesday. So we're going to have a schedule so that you can check up on our channel to see when we upload our videos. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and like I said before, we're going to be having themes, so our videos are a little bit similar. So this week's theme is Fear Week, and it's all about talking about fears you have related to dance. And what I'm going to be talking about is stage fright, and when you don't practice and you have to go to dance and you're kind of scared to look like you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to give you tips on what to do in those situations and what you can do to practice even if you have a hectic schedule like mine. So let's get started. So for when you haven't practiced all week and you're gonna go to dance, you probably are a little bit scared that you might look like you don't know what you're doing. And I completely understand that. And there are ways you can get around not practicing, because you definitely have to practice to like help get better with the moves you're trying to get accomplished and whatnot. But I'm not perfect, trust me. When I have to practice for the instrument I play and I haven't practiced all week, and I go into class and I kind of look a little messy because I haven't practiced for a really long time. So that doesn't really help with the situation. So for tips to help prevent that, you could not practice literally. Now what I mean by that is like doing the movements literally. So what I do is right before I go to bed, well, to sleep, and I'm laying in bed and I can't really get to sleep and I have all these things running through my head, I try to push them all away and think about just the moves I'm trying to accomplish and the dances I have to remember, and just keep going through them in my head and imagine myself doing everything correctly and putting that positive energy out. So that really helps, and it helps your brain actually like practice, because your brain has to understand it too, understand all the moves you're doing and the dances you're doing. So that's a really big help, and it might not seem that way when you're doing it and you're thinking this kind of feels stupid in a way because I'm just sitting here thinking about it, shouldn't I be doing it? But that isn't always the case. When you think about doing it correctly, it sends out really good energy and you end up actually getting some practicing done. But I don't just recommend doing that, I also recommend actually practicing with movements. So that's hard for me because I have a really hectic schedule. But I do try to find time for it, and sometimes my studio does it anyway. They offer times for when you can use one of the rooms to practice. If your studio doesn't do that, you can always find a nice day out that it's going to be nice outside and go outside and practice. I just recommend do not spin on grass or any slippery surface, because you can twist your ankle, you can just really hurt yourself. And don't jump really hard on pavement or any hard surface, because that could really like hurt your knees in the long run. So I really don't recommend doing that. Just do, even just walking through dances or moves, it does help get the practicing done. So those are really, really easy ways to get practicing accomplished, because you don't want to go into dance and not do any practicing over like break, like winter break or even summertime. For tap, I do tap all the time, like in the grocery store, and I might be pushing the grocery cart, or I might just be walking around. My feet are always tapping, always. When they're not doing anything, they're going to be tapping. That just comes really easy for me, and practicing tap is probably the easiest type of dance I practice for, because it's really, really easy for me to do anyway. It might be different for you, or you might not even do tap. For like other dances like ballet, jazz, those are things that you can even do in public too. Tap is just really much easier for me to do just in public as well, and shopping and whatnot. But just like at home, even if you don't have that much space, you can do everything in place. So you're still actually doing the move. You might not be doing it full out, but you will still be doing it. So that is my tips for trying to not have to have that fear of going into class and not knowing what you're doing because you didn't practice that whole other past week. So practicing really does a lot for you and gives you more confidence when you go into any class whatsoever. It doesn't just have to be dance. Another fear that people probably have, and I know a lot of people who do, it's stage fright. And I'm not talking about just other people, I'm talking about me. I have stage fright so much, but I try to find ways to prevent it and not have it be so extreme. The level I'm at now with stage fright is just having butterflies in my stomach, and everybody probably has that. And it's totally normal. I mean, performing can be a lot of stress, but there are ways for you to prevent that stress, and there's ways like try to think of happy things before you go on stage. I know that sounds really vague, but just think of how good you're gonna do, and think of yourself doing all of the moves perfectly. And I gotta tell you, it's not gonna be perfect. You might make a mistake here and there, but just putting that good energy out really, really helps. And performing more also relieves the stress and fear of stage fright. So like if you do more competitions, that'll help a lot. And just performing in public, performing in front of your family members, that even helps too. That helps me a lot. And also when I'm on stage, I try to look above the audience or past it, if you know what I mean. I don't literally look at everybody's faces because that just makes it a little bit worse. But if I am looking at people, I'll look at my family members because that helps. It helps because I know them, and it's just easier to focus on them than everybody in the room. So that really, really helps when you're on stage. So yeah, those are some of my tips. And also, you don't want to look like you're scared. You want to have a smile on your face, and that's why I say look at your family members if they're out in the audience, because they'll make you smile if they're smiling and clapping for you. It'll just make you feel really, really happy inside, so that'll make you smile, because you have to smile on stage. So those are my tips for having stage fright or not practicing and going to class fright. So I really, really hope you liked this video. I tried not to do that much ranting so that it's not too long, but it also gets everything covered. And yeah, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also watch Amy's video, which has similar things but a different subject of other fears you might have of dance. And remember, dance is supposed to be fun, and performing is supposed to be fun. You're doing it for family members and also other people, showing other people your talent. And you shouldn't be scared to go to dance class if you haven't practiced. Just be sure to practice, and that'll help your experience better. And remember, it's all to have fun. Dance is supposed to be fun. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.